mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
There like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read it, nigga hooked, don't find it. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zone, I'm gone. When the members on and get it going, Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down. Tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing now is Mahomes.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, touchdown!
A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On 2nd and 10, Carr.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Again, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Shields. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Carr.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play pretty...
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Raiders have recovered. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down, and this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return, Hardy. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
incomplete pass brings him up 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Shields. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Shields. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Carr on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Leo Chanel.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
21-0 our score after 1. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the camp.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Mahomes. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
First down, Kansas City.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Open man. It's the tight end, Kelsey.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. And that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down at the 28. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Carr going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
That punt was near perfection as it checked him inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that.
Yeah,
right?
he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
At the Raiders' 4-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half.
Raiders 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mahomes now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Hey, 734.
Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
47 yards on the ground for him so far.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Shields. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing on first down is Carr.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On second down, Shields.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Now back to throw. And this is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field that took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll go for it. It's Carr.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now a handoff up the middle. Shields. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Shields. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 22. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 22 yards. First down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he will find his man on the outside.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line.
Carr completes it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
When you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Shields. Joshua Williams makes the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing his car on third down. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. Eight.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Harris, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about it. And now here is another interception. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up. getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last